Hey guys, Toro here. This is going to be my week one accountability video. So let's talk over a couple of things that I've changed for this past week. For number one, I am in ketosis. I want to be honest with you guys about that. I'm a little apprehensive of telling people exactly what it is because it's an extremely high discipline and extremely meticulous nutrition plan. And I'm really not a big fan of people starting this right out of the gate unless you happen to be a male over 35% body fat or a female over 45% body fat, just because the AMP, as far as helping you out, if you're have a fully functioning endocrine system, you don't have to worry about being a diabetic or anything like that. It can actually help get you insulin sensitive again instead of insulin resistant and all that fun stuff. Hopefully you guys did your homework. I wanted to give you a couple days since I made the last video, just in case you wanted to get that book, Fat Chance, that I recommended, or even started checking out and doing your own homework on your side so you can have some questions for me. Really no big deal. So let's talk about a couple of things that I've changed other than that. So that's my overall nutrition plan for this next 5 weeks, is to be in ketosis. And like I said, I'll elaborate on all that stuff. As far as what have I changed in the gym, absolutely nothing. I've kept everything the exact same way I did. I'm working out the exact same. I don't have any special plan that I'm using right now because I want to make sure that my nutrition is on point and my nutrition is working for me before I start adding all this crazy elements in there and then try to have to decipher from that what's working and what's not. Remember, like I said before in previous videos, your body always think of the pendulum effect. However, how hard you push your body one direction, it's going to push right back tenfold. So I'm just trying to start that pendulum swinging just a little bit, okay, and get it building some momentum. So the big change is my carbohydrate intake, due to the nature of ketosis, is basically under 30 grams to under 50 grams a day, if even that. I'm keeping very, very low. Like I said, I'm very meticulous. I'm very disciplined when it comes to my nutrition intake and trying to figure out my metabolic needs. I'm just really good about listening to my body, and I'm hoping to help you do the same. Learn how to listen to your body. Another thing that I changed, and I didn't really change, I've always been pretty decent about it, is I'm making sure I'm hitting my water. I'm making sure I'm getting all the water that I possibly need, which as people, we generally just suck at it, to be honest with you. I actually had a friend call me this morning, and that's kind of what inspired this video too, talk about water. Water is one of the most important, it is the most important macronutrient of them all. It's something you need an abundance of. Your central nervous system, consisting of your spine and your spinal cord and your brain, this big beautiful brain of yours, is just, again, think of it like a supercomputer. It's trying to decode information from your peripheral nervous system, which is everything else. It's trying to decode all that information and try to come up with solutions to reach homeostasis and to survive. Remember, your body will always rob Peter to pay Paul. It wants to be in that hormonal or harmonic balance. Just think of it as his own little ecosystem. And the Jefe, the boss, is that beautiful brain of yours up there. Brain decodes information, talks to your pituitary gland. Your pituitary gland is the master gland for all your endocrine system. It's just a checks and balances. Okay, it's got your brain, which is the CEO. You have your pituitary gland. You can think of that as the manager, and then you have all your other little floor managers, which is all the other glands within the endocrine system. As far as water, what my buddy asked me earlier today was, how much water should I be drinking? And he's like, oh man, I drank a gallon at the gym. And I was like, whoa, okay guys, you don't want to be chugging water like crazy. Okay, you don't want to have, I know you all see that person in the gym walking around with that 1 gallon water jug, and you think the same thing I do. Look at this tool. Or especially out of the gym, look at this tool. And they're not a tool. They're just doing whatever they got to do to better themselves. That's awesome. I'm guilty of it. I do it every once in a great while, especially when I know I'm not going to be where water's not going to be accessible for me, and there's no excuse not to drink it if it's right there in my hand in my 1 gallon jug. What you want to do is you want to be sipping on water all day long, just sipping on it. You don't have to be chugging it. You don't have to go and chug, oh man, I got to drink a quart right now, or I got to drink a gallon right now before I leave the gym, yada, yada. You just want to be sipping on water all day long. And you'll notice while you're in the gym and while your metabolic demand increases, you're going to have to take in more water. Your body's going to tell you to. And if you start feeling thirsty, you're already behind the curve. Your body regulates water. That hypothalamus and those kidneys regulate water every 5 to 15 minutes. So if you're already have the sensation of thirst, you're already behind the power curve. Your body's trying to play catch up. Um, and those are regulated due to your blood volume. That's something that you can just start reading up on or doing homework about, all that fun stuff. So just want to be sipping on water all day long. What it equates to is what it equates to for myself. I know I at least go through a gallon to 2 gallons a day. 2 gallons probably on the days that I'm working out, and about a gallon on the days that on my off days. As long as I'm just sipping on it, not feeling thirsty, I know I'm good to go. It's gonna keep that blood volume where I need it to be. I'm not going to be dehydrated, because remember, when you're in a dehydrated state, especially if you're still taking in high amounts of simple carbohydrates, you have all that sugar floating around in the blood. Basically, your heart's trying to push syrup, especially in a dehydrated state. What I always tell people is try to imagine. You can imagine your water intake kind of like the old school logging companies back in the day. Basically, they used the rivers to get the logs from wherever they were cutting them down, the deforestation, to the mills. When the river was low, production was low because those logs were at a crawl. When the river was high, production was high because those logs just kept coming. They kept coming. And that's basically on a cellular level what's trying to happen is your cells and all those beautiful little molecules in there are trying to get to where they got to get, and they're either swimming in water or they're swimming in syrup. It just has to do with the viscosity of your blood volume. Your blood water. You know what I mean? So sip on water all day long. Don't overdo it. Don't fall for the tricks, guys. I don't like to talk bad about personal trainers because I am one. But we have a lot of little tricks up our sleeves. Okay. Now, this is my 1 week accountability video. If I cared about weight, I would be extremely stoked because I'm already down 12 pounds in 1 week. When I go get my if I got an in-body composition reading today, I'm pretty sure you would probably see maybe 1 to 1.5 pounds of body fat actual loss, and the rest would be all water. So if you had no idea what in-body composition meant, and you hired this personal trainer that you're paying $50 an hour to, yada, 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 you'd probably be pretty freaking stoked and singing their praises right now. Wow, I'm down 12 pounds in 1 week. I have the best personal trainer in the world. Well, no, because if you're on the plan that I am, 1 gram of carbohydrate holds at a minimum 2.7 grams of water, and it's usually anywhere from 2.7 to 4 on the ratio of gram per gram. So a lot of that for me, I know I'm lost probably about 10 pounds of water because I've been drinking water like crazy. Not like crazy. I've been drinking water the way I should. So I'm not forcing my kidneys to release antidiuretic hormone. I'm not holding on to water. In other words, since I'm drinking a good amount of water, I'm in homeostasis. I feel like I am anyways. My kidneys aren't releasing antidiuretic hormone. I don't have any of that fun stuff to worry about. So my body's not holding water. And just so you can see, if you remember from my very first video, accountability video, you can actually probably see my abs are starting to come in a little bit more. I'm not holding water under the skin as much. I'm flexing just as hard as I was on that first initial video. Okay, I'm starting to slim down. You can see some body fat, especially I hold most of my body fat down here because I got those tortilla jeans just like most Mexicans do. All right. And I just worked out, so I'm going to be a little puffy up here, which is no big deal. I haven't even added the cardio to the equation yet. We'll get into that on when I start talking about workout videos and all that good stuff. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a little insight. I don't want to talk bad about trainers because I love personal trainers. But again, just be the wiser to what's going on. Make us earn our money. Make us earn that little extra paycheck that we get from you guys. Okay. Hold us accountable. Like I said, hold yourselves accountable. There's a lot of little tricks. As you can see, I've already slimmed down. My face is looking slim, and I lost a lot of weight on my face just because I shaved that freaking disgusting mustache of mine for the No Shave November. But I've already started slimming down quite a bit. At least the illusion is that I've slimmed down quite a bit just because I'm not holding a whole lot of water. And since my carbohydrates are really low, my muscles are real flat. In the business, we call it real flat. They're not ballooning just because those glycogen stores are depleted, just because of the nature of my nutrition plan. But there it is. There's my 1 week accountability video. There's some information about some insight on water. If you have any questions, if I confuse you in any way, please hit me up. Just remember, always remember, your body is a survivor. It will do whatever it's got to do to survive, and it wants to be in harmonic balance. It wants to be in homeostasis. It's going to do whatever it's got to do. For you people that that are going to the club and you go hit the sauna at the gym, you're actually kind of shooting yourself in the foot there, because you're putting yourself in a dehydrated state. The antidiuretic is going to kick in. The freaking aldosterone is going to kick in. Basically, your sodium serum levels all are going to elevate. All that fun stuff. Your body's going to do whatever it can to hold on to water. So then what do? You go to the club and you start drinking. So all that fluid, yeah, you feel like you're pissing, but another thing you're doing is bloating yourself. Because yeah, it is a natural diuretic, but you're going to hold on to a lot of that water. So you're going to end up looking probably bigger than you did before. If you don't believe me, I can give you tons of examples, but I want to keep this video very short. You can look at fighters that dehydrate themselves to make weight for fights. They lose 10, 12 pounds of water weight. Then what happens the next day? How do they look the next day when they go fight? They look like water camels, because their body is just holding on to all that water because it thought it was going to die. It hit starvation mode. That freaking hypothalamus and those kidneys said, hey, this guy sucks at finding water, so I'm going to make sure I hold on to as much as I possibly can, because I never know when I'm going to get water again, is basically what happened there. That's why they look like little water camels, and they're real jiggly when they go fight, and they end up gassing out really fast because now they're trying to fight with the 20 pounds of water. It's almost like we're trying to fight with a weighted vest on. Anybody's going to gas out doing that. But again, I have tons and tons of examples that I can give you. I want to keep this short. Hit me up with any of your questions. I appreciate it, man. Bye.